Did you know that in Maghera, a city in Pakistan, they were not allowed to wear makeup, attend school, or wear bright clothing? In this presentation, I'm going to tell you all the stress that Malala had in life. Malala didn't like men that can do more things than women. Malala's father has always encouraged her to ask questions and think for herself. The Swat district is an area of northern Pakistan with high mountains and lush green valleys. Malala was born on July 12, 1997 in Maghera, a city in Pakistan's Swat district. Malala had two brothers in her family. Malala loved to read and write. She learned how to read and write from her father. She was not allowed to go to school unless there were men with her. She was not allowed to wear makeup or wear bright clothing. You probably read this in the intro, but I like to say things again. Malala thinks that both genders should go to school and not only boys. Then, if any girls went to school, they would get shot by the Taliban people. She stopped wearing her uniform to avoid being targeted. Then, on October 9th in 2012, she was on a bus home from school with a few other girls. A man got on the bus and asked where Malala was. None of the girls pointed at her, but they looked at her. He knew who it was after he got his gun out and shot her on her forehead. He shot two other girls too. As he was about to shoot Malala, his hands were shaking. Malala won the Nobel Prize winner in 2014. She was the youngest to win. On that same day, she met President Obama. She was mad because only boys could go to school and not girls. They thought that girls didn't need to learn how to read and write, and they also thought that girls weren't protected to go to school. Malala had a stressful life. She couldn't attend school or play outside with other kids. She got shot in the forehead by a man on the bus and couldn't wear bright clothing or wear makeup. She was through a lot, but she persevered and never gave up when things were tough. Think if you were in Malala's shoes and you would be able to stand up for yourself.
Did you know Malala and two other girls got shot on the bus, but the two other girls didn't have serious injuries? If you want to know more about Malala, this writing will tell you all about her. Malala Yousafzai was born on July 12, 1997 in Maghera with two other younger brothers. One is named Kisholo and the other one is named Adol. Malala's father Ziauddin is a champion of human rights. Malala's father worked to make sure every child in Pakistan received an education. Malala went to a school first found by her father. Also, her mother Tori, is a housewife who follows the Muslim traditions by living a private life out view of others. Did you know movies and televisions are not allowed? Also, women and girls may not work outside the home, attend school, or wear makeup or bright clothing. They are permitted to laugh out. They are not permitted to laugh out loud. On October 9th, 2012, she rode the bus home, and a guy on the bus shot her and her two friends. Also, the guy who shot Malala was scared to shoot her, and so his hand was shaking because he was nervous. Did you know Malala is the youngest person ever awarded the Nobel Peace Prize? Did you know Malala stood up for women's rights because her and her dad helped girls get an education? She took off her uniform to stand up for girls. Malala is a great girl. She is brave and a survivor. She is now 18 years old. She will help others and speak her mind. She is a great young lady that survived a shot. She was so brave to stand in front of a lot of people. I would never do that. If I were Malala, in Malala's shoes, how would you feel? Would you be brave enough to stand up for yourself?
Did you know that all the girls in the Swat Valley were not allowed to go to school or watch TV or even wear bright clothes? But Malala Yousafzai was not happy with those rules. The Taliban is a group of people who doesn't let the girls in Swat Valley go to school. She thought that was unfair and selfish. In this presentation, you will learn about Malala Yousafzai and all her struggles in her life. Malala was born June 12, 1997 in Maguran, a city in Pakistan's Swat district. Malala has two brothers and a mom who believes in her, also a dad who fights for human rights. When Malala was young, she thought school was very important, but the Taliban's rules were in her way. Since Malala wanted girls to go to school, the Taliban wanted to hurt her. One day, she was riding home from the bus, and a man stopped it and asked rudely, "Where is Malala?" All the girls looked at her. The man pulled out a gun and shot 3 bullets. One hit her in the head, 2 hit another girl. Malala was sent to the best military hospital in a city hours away. She nearly died after the attack, but she was very lucky she didn't. In July 2013, Malala gave a speech about everyone having an education and not just the boys. In October 2014, Malala was chosen to receive the Nobel Peace Prize. At age 17, she was the youngest person to have that kind of honor. She is not dead, but she has done lots of things to impact our history today. She's a very good inspirer, and all the young people that inspire her are good people.
Did you know that women were not allowed to wear makeup or bright clothes? Neither could you listen to music or watch TV. Malala Yousafzai was born on July 12, 1997 in Mangura, a city in Pakistan's Swat district. The Taliban, a political group based in Pakistan and Afghanistan. The Taliban follows an extreme and fundamentalist version of ISIS religion that is very different from the version followed by most Muslims as part of the beliefs. The Taliban severely limits the rights of women. Most residents of areas controlled by the Taliban are forced to follow very strict rules. For For an example, music and television are not allowed. The rules for women and girls may not work outside of the home. Malala was the fastest runner in her district. I'm done.
Okay, you done.
Did you know that Malala and 2 other girls were shot by a guy who came on her bus looking for her? In this speech, I will talk to you about all of the things Malala went through to allow girls to go to school. Malala was born July 12, 1997 in Mongolia, Peru. Malala's father believed that boys and girls should be allowed to go to school. Malala was one of the first girls in Peru to go to school. Back then, in Peru, girls couldn't even go outside without a male from the family. They couldn't watch TV, listen to music, or go to the movies. One of the biggest reasons that girls did not go to school was because of a group who blew up schools all over. The group was called Taliban. They blew up 400 schools in SWAT and 1,500 overall. In 2009, girls were no longer allowed to go to school in their area. On October 9, 2012, Malala rode the bus home. When at one of her stops, a guy got on and asked who was Malala. No one answered, and everybody looked at her, which gave the guy a pretty good hint who Malala might be. The guy shot 3 bullets, and one hit Malala in the side of the head. The other one hit 2 other girls. Malala was flown to the closest military hospital. After that, she went to England so she could be protected while she was resting. When Malala was better, she got to meet many famous people, including the president. She would call her friends to see what was happening back at her hometown, but that does not mean that every girl is permitted to go to school. Malala is a very inspiring person, and I am glad I got her. So that is what I have to say about Malala, and all of her adventures. So, if you were Malala, would you have been able to have the willpower that she had?